Okay, we're streaming.
How's the golfing business? Sucks. That good? What's wrong? It's slow?
Had so much rain and
Oh, yeah.
so they know.
Have you got it back up yet?
Not till next year.
You're kidding, that bad? Oh, man.
All right, gentlemen, are you ready?
Yep.
Bill, you ready?
Okay.
Are we up?
Yep.
Town of Vernon Board of Supervisors meeting called to order for September 7th, 2017, 6 p.m. All rise to the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Chairman Thomas Byrd,
Present.
Supervisor Jeff Millies,
Present.
Supervisor Gary Wildy,
Present.
Supervisor Ed Moline,
Present.
Supervisor Bill Craig.
Present.
Mr. Chairman, we do have a quorum of your board present, and DPW Director John Henneberry is here also.
Thank you. Open meetings law compliance.
Mr. Chairman, the agenda was posted inside and outside the Vernon Town Hall, to the media, to many businesses within the Town of Vernon, to the Town of Vernon website. You're in full compliance with the open meeting law.
All right. Item 5. Chairman announces a possible closed session. The consideration and possible action on a motion to convene into executive session under Wisconsin Stat 19.85 Pren 1 Pren E deliberation or negotiating or purchasing of public properties, investing in public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. More specifically, negotiating for a board agreement with the Village of Waukesha and consideration and possible action on a motion to continue executive session under Wisconsin Stat 19.85 Pren 1 Pren C, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governing body has jurisdiction or exercise responsibility, specifically payroll issues related to the Vernon Fire Department for 2015. Included in the closed session are town board members and town clerk. Motion needs a roll call vote. Okay, that's what we'll be doing at the end here. We're gonna go to public comments. Are there any public comments? Any public comments? No public comments. We'll go right back into miscellaneous matters. Following matters will be discussed in possible action taken by the town board unless otherwise noted. Gentlemen, we have a operator's license here, and it's quite far down on the agenda. It's item B. I would like to move that up to item A, so Miss Rock Teacher can go about her business.
No problem.
Anybody have a problem with that?
Nope.
Okay, we're gonna go skip to item D then. Abby, Rock Teacher, bartender's license. Abby, you wanna come up to the microphone, please?
Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to state for the record that Abby has met all the criteria in regards to her class. All fees have been paid. The background check is before you, and only because there's something on that, she comes before you to answer any questions in regards to her background check. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. All right, so you're going to be, have you had a bartender's license before? No. And this is for the heaven.
Yes, and they're really desperate for bartenders. Not that Abby's not a good bartender.
Well, you.
Okay. I don't see anything pending here. I have some miscellaneous stuff. I don't have any questions, gentlemen. Any of you have any questions for her?
Where did it take place,
What's that?
the problem?
The problem,
It says, you were convicted of, municipal theft.
that was in Watertown and,
I'm sorry, I can't.
in Watertown, I took the blame for somebody else, which I now understand
Didn't
that.
turn out good.
No,
Never does.
and I've been trying to take care of it to get it off my record, and I contact the state attorney, and he apparently can't find it on his electronic information, and apparently the only one, it shows up on background checks for other places for jobs I applied, but I guess I'm just trying to figure it all out to get it off my record.
So as far as the law is concerned, it's all south?
Yes, yeah, I paid the ticket and everything just to get it out of the way, and like I said, I'm just trying to get it off my record now, 'cause
I have no other questions.
Okay. Anybody else have any, questions for Ms. Rock teacher? That's quite a different last name.
it is, I hear it all the time.
Not making fun of it, I'm just.
You're
saying
German.
it's-
Well, you can give me whatever, I've heard it all.
So I'll make a motion to, give Abby the operator's license.
So moved. Second?
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Good luck,
Abby, you want to stop by tomorrow and pick it up? Do you want us to have it ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, I can
Okay,
do it.
give us a little bit in the morning, we'll get it all ready for you.
Okay, perfect.
All right, Abby?
But I appreciate you guys taking the
All right.
time to squeeze it in.
Bye, Abby, good luck.
Guys, have a good night.
Now we'll go back up to request to advertise business and recreation opportunities. That was from a resident, but that resident did not show up.
Yes, I did email her to let her know that she would have to appear before the board. I did explain to her that we would welcome her to advertise in the newsletter, as many of the businesses so graciously do, to offset the cost, and she wanted to actually put her ad in Mike's Town of Vernon recreational advertisements for the town, and I said that's something you'd have to bring to the town board. And you can see her written request.
Well, we do have a staff meeting coming up. We do have a staff meeting coming up. If she wanted to put something before or wait till 2 weeks, that's up to her, whatever she wants to do. You could give her the opportunity to come to the staff and we could have a regular meeting, we're all gonna be there. And I'd like to hear the proposal before.
Yeah. Well, you know, if she wanted to advertise, she could also be a sponsor on one of the teams or something, there's other.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that once we open it up to advertising for someone in the Park and Rec, where it stops.
Well, that's what I mean, the attorney will be there as staff, so we can ask him, this may go to staff anyways.
And we had already turned down one for that Christian,
Right.
fellowship or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that would be a good precedent to set.
Yeah, once you start with one, you
Yeah,
can't say no
you
to
gotta-
everybody else.
Advertising creates some revenue, and that's good for the Park and Rec, but as far as that, anything beyond that, what's in it for us?
No, it's just,
I think she's looking for free advertising, which she's looking for.
I think that's what she's looking for, I believe, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's staff,
there's none free.
No,
nothing, no free lunch.
No. So what do you wanna do then, gentlemen? You wanna table it? You wanna just let it go? You just wanna?
How about we let Karen let
postpone
her
it?
know that nothing would be free, there'd be a charge involved with it. And like Jeff said, there's an opportunity to go through the Park and Rec department for advertising that way. Their fees if they want. Be short of that, I'm not interested in having somebody ride along for free.
No.
It opens the door.
Yeah.
I wanna advertise that I train parrots,
That's just it, next,
So the motion is to authorize the clerk to give the resident all the information in regards to advertising opportunities for her and her business.
Right. Now, was she asking to use the facilities? didn't.
No, she just wanted to put her ad in our recreational
Because she does
ad.
it Big Ben, right? She's not looking to do it in the Park and Rec building or anything like that?
I have no idea. She just,
We
she's,
don't know
No,
She has a
we don't
class.
have any particulars.
she
I
has
guess
a,
then I'd let her know that the facilities are not available. Just the advertising.
right. She's more interested in the advertising. She has her own facility.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is that motion, Ed?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll second it. Any more discussion?
What is the exact motion again, Mr. Chairman?
The motion by Chairman Thomas Burt was to move to have the clerk give the information to the resident in regards to advertising opportunities for her.
Actually, it was my motion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He seconded.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ed Mullen. Yes, I
Tom
got it.
seconded.
Sorry, gentlemen.
Bill?
Rather than through part.
Right.
Okay.
Like I say, we turned down one already.
Yeah.
We don't want to get involved in my mind.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, item B, American Tower letter.
Hmm.
This here was asked to be put on by Ed, and, I don't really understand what they're looking for again.
Hmm.
What are your concerns, Ed, with this? Because we went through this, it almost took us a year to get through that with them last time.
To get the contract.
And we got the contract squared away, and we didn't wanna leave all that money on the table for all, we didn't wanna take that 350 they were offering last time.
So they did offer it before. I didn't know that. See, I wasn't here when that went through. So I thought this was a new offer for $350 to buy out. And I was wondering what their reasoning behind that was.
It isn't.
And that last
It's a
email
new-
we got for them,
It's a new offer.
It's a new offer, yeah.
Well, they offered us to buy out before we were negotiating.
right, but my concern there was their wording, they came back and said something along the lines that this would make it easier for them to rent out the tower for other individuals. Why? I mean, if they're paying us $350 up front, are they making a gain by not paying through the contract? What was the total contract gonna amount to? And Karen did send me a sheet and I didn't pick up on it. So I don't know what the gain or loss is for the $350 over the term.
Yeah, what's the monthly payment now,
Well, they
Karen?
would own it then,
Well, they would own it. And, you know, with my thought, there's a couple ways to look at this. Technology is changing so rapidly, that tower may be useless in 5 years.
What
So,
would they say?
you know, there's a pro and con to this thing. It says, we don't know how long that tower is gonna be available for the function, but let's assume it's gonna be there for a long time. Where's the cutoff point where we make out on $350 now versus $350 over time? What's that time frame? Is it 15 years, 20, if it's 20 years, I'd say that tower probably isn't gonna be in use in 20 years. But I didn't understand why one of their reasons was it would be easier for them to advertise for other people to use the tower if we went with the $350. You know, the wording makes it sound like they're trying to be nice guys. Hey, everybody's got money problems right now. We'll give you $350 up front and that's the end of it. No, there's something behind the lines there and I'm not sure what it is.
I don't really care for the perpetual easement agreement.
Yeah.
Which one option, is that Tom, the first one?
This is option one.
Yeah.
And,
Refresh your memory, Karen, how much do we get per month from them right now?
The starting amount is $30,700 per year with a 5% increase every year, so
Yeah.
31
With the
something next
With the
year.
option to renew every 5 years?
I was just gonna look up, I didn't realize
Yeah.
you were gonna go into discussion of the, I just thought it was the letter, so I'm gonna try to pull it up now.
I'm just wondering, Ed's right, is there an ulterior motive here? I mean, they're not giving us this money just because we're nice people.
Right, the tax saving has no benefit
No,
for us.
it's not to us. what do we care, you know?
You know,
Absolutely.
I think they're realizing that the tower needs are gonna increase, and they're gonna be putting more antennas on there.
Yeah, they're gonna make
They're gonna
money.
be making more money
Yeah,
on it.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and they won't have to pay us anything, because
Yeah.
if they get a contract, if it's like the ones I have seen, we have a fee for every additional person riding on that tower, right?
Yeah,
Yes, we get a percentage of any additional rents, and they have to disclose all their financial information related to those rents that they would collect.
Option one
That's
is,
what they don't wanna do.
I,
First
personally,
probably got a bunch of rents waiting.
yeah, that's, option one, it says that they would replace our lease
10
with a
years.
perpetual easement agreement. That means that they would let anybody, they give us more money, but allow them to put whoever they want on the tower. And how much are they gonna charge them individuals? And we wouldn't have any option to get any of that revenue. I don't know,
yeah, it doesn't sound like a good
Something-
deal.
beware of a bird in the bush, yeah.
wolf in sheep's
You know,
clothing.
Yeah, we just went in a 5-year contract with them last year, we got one more to say, we just ignore this for,
Yeah, there's something going on here more than what meets the eye, I think.
Well, I had a call into this Jonathan Palco.
Yeah?
And I wanted to, you know, just grill him a little bit on why and what for.
There's something behind the scenes here. Nobody's gonna
Ed, do
give you
you
this
wanna
kind of
take
money.
this on and kinda research this for the town and then for the board and then come back with,
Sure, I can give a call, like that's phone number, everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you got anything that you need just give the guys, give it to Karen and then she can submit it to us or send
I
it
just,
to
the
us.
only thing I ask for is a copy of the contract.
Do you want a paper copy or email?
Email's fine.
Okay.
We,
I'll read that just to make sure I know.
We have
That'd be good.
yeah.
Okay.
You want to put it on staff at all in regard to this?
Well,
And have.
I don't know if that'll be ready by then.
If I have it by then, we'll put
Yeah,
it
but
on
at
the
least John
staff, I'll
might
let
give-
Karen know, we'll put it on the agenda.
Maybe John will give us some direction as to, you know, beware of some things like this. you
Or
know.
what other communities are seeing?
Yeah, well, maybe they have
Well,
some
you can
problems.
see that this, you know, this is a form letter.
Yeah,
So-
Oh, I'm sure it was sent to everybody,
They just sent it out to
You know,
where
they're
we
throwing
had
out-
a tower, so.
Yeah,
What's where do you get to your 2057?
What's that?
He says the town believes the tower is gonna remain on the property until 2057.
No, that's, we have a ongoing lease every 5 years renewed up to 2057.
Is that what it was?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Where'd you see that?
No, it's in our, you need to get the
Oh, the
contract.
contract, because here, the wording you got me was, it says, but, I would say the most beneficial is that the tower will become the most marketable tower in the area, which in turn attracts tenants to the tower. Well, why shouldn't we get a piece of that?
No.
And what changes to make
As
it
of
more
right now,
attractive?
as of right now, we do get a piece of it if they co-locate.
You get $300 and 20%.
Pardon?
You get $300 a month plus 20% of their revenues
On rental.
on
For
a rental,
Each
yep.
additional, yeah.
How many can they put on there, I wonder? That'd be a question to ask them. If they can locate 10, you
And
know,
a job option.
they're not doing this out of the goodness of their heart. These guys aren't in business to give money away.
Yeah, it's 40 years.
Hmm?
It's 40 years,
Yeah.
40-year
And
agreement.
that's in their original contract, that's what they wanted. So now they're saying, well,
Yeah.
if you believe that, well,
What changed?
something don't seem right there.
What changed?
And Ed, remind him it took 2 years
Two-
to get this, 2 years
Yeah.
to get this contract.
Yeah, what changed? Something's changing.
And you saw his email responses, oh, this is great for the town, great for the
Yeah,
town.
oh, we'll give you take it and spend it on whatever you want.
No,
Buy a
state
new
did that
fire
with cigarette
truck.
money, remember? They grabbed the short term and
Yeah, what
now
happened
we're
to that?
getting it forever. So they put it right into the budget and all of a sudden that was a windfall, it's now considered an annual event.
Yeah.
It ain't, a one-time payment. And I'll make up the difference, you know?
Yeah.
No, I'll call him and try to get all the answers I can and I'll try to have it by, staff, okay?
Yeah. And if
I'll let
don't,
you know
we'll
for
have
sure
it-
if we can
if
go
you
up.
don't, if you don't have it by then, don't worry about it.
No, I'll let Karen know one way or the
They're not
other.
going away.
All right, that sounds good. I'll just put on there no action.
Will do.
Thanks for doing that. All right, item C, authorize town chairman to sign credit application for Fault Brothers Construction.
This is just a normal procedure. This town board approves all credit applications, and John would like to work with this company, and one of their company's procedures is to have a credit application. That's why it's before the board.
What's the supplier, Josh?
Infield mix for the ball diamonds.
Oh, okay.
We used to get it from some place in Whitewater that's no longer doing it. And there's only a couple places actually in the state that make this infield mix blend.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all,
Came to me after we talked, how about the brewers? They must be getting a ton of that stuff, because they dress that field all the time.
yeah. But it's not cheap. Like I said, it's,
Yeah, here it's not so easy.
23 tons for quad axles. It's almost $600,
But they're coming all the way from Waukesha, or are they, do they have something local, you know? where
They
pick 'em up?
contract with all the local pits.
yeah. It was, actually,
Yeah, otherwise it should have been a bigger travel charge.
the, guy I know that actually builds, ball diamonds in Muskego, he recommended them. He said that's all they ever use, so. And they go around, they build all the high school ball diamonds and stuff, so.
But that was my second thought, this is way up in Waukesha, they're subbing this somewhere down here, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Couldn't we get it cheaper if we subbed it down here ourselves?
Well,
It's
it's hard
a
to find,
blending issue.
right.
It's the one. I also use the Metaphor on the golf course.
Sounds good?
And they have pits down in Illinois too. I get material from Illinois, from Pakistan.
I have no idea what pricing on this should be, so you probably got.
It's expensive, I know that.
Looks pretty good.
Well, it's expensive. It's not like going to the local pit and getting some mason sand or something.
Yeah, I know.
Just
But it's safe.
Playing sand mix or whatever, yeah.
It's a safe sand to use for exactly what it's being
Right.
implemented for.
And they usually file some pretty tight specs too, so that
They do.
it's consistent when you're getting year to year.
All right, John's happy with it. I'd say, if there's no other questions, I'd make a motion to authorize Chairman to sign the contract with Fault Brothers, or not a contract, the form for.
Credit application.
I'll second it.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Temporary Class B liquor license for the German Shepherd Dog Club.
This is an annual event for the German Shepherd Club. Any temporary Class B license must come before the town board. Everything's in order, all fees have been paid. They have a bartender, Miss Betty Weiss, that is the bartender for the event, so everything's in order. It just needs town board approval, and your approval should be specific to the club and the date specified on the application, if you
This
choose.
weekend.
Yes, yes.
They had a big event there 2 weeks ago.
I'd be happy to make a motion to approve the temporary Class B retailer's license for the German Shepherd Dog Club of Wisconsin for the dates of September 8th through the 10th of 2017.
I'll second it.
They had an event, I know Supervisor Weldy was speaking, they had an event 2 weeks ago, but there was no alcohol
Okay,
served.
that's what I was wondering.
And each event that they have, there's never been any problem
Okay.
with any event that they have.
Cool.
Been moved and seconded. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. This is a yearly event for them. This is a yearly event.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, we're gonna go into correspondence and announcements. I have here a Boy Scouts of America. There are a court of honor here for Joseph Rinaldi, Michael
Yeah.
Rinaldi, and Daniel Summers. And it's at St. Joe's, it's Sunday, September 7th, and I will be out of town. I would like it, I usually enjoy attending these because it's a nice ceremony, the guys work hard on that stuff. Our fire department supports this troop, but I just can't make this one, so
What's the date, Tom?
I was hoping, I'll pass that around, hoping that someone could, go and represent the town board for that.
What's the date here?
17th,
It's Sunday the 17th?
yeah.
It's at St. Joe's.
Yep.
Yeah, I know our Lions Club got, notification too. I think there's somebody from the Lions Club gonna be going to their president.
Okay, other
I'll put it on the calendar,
announcements?
see if I can make it.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. Jeff?
I don't have anything except I'm looking forward to eating pancakes and omelets this weekend.
How about cooking?
You don't taste so good when I cook.
No.
Yeah, well, in regard to announcements, well, it comes under reports too. Public Health and Safety had their meeting last week, and the only thing that really came out of that is that we had the fire chief here, and we asked him in regard, he's going to be working on updating the report per the fire commission and input from Public Health and Safety. And also, we had a discussion, not with him, I had with the Boy Scouts too, regarding the property up there at the fire station, in regard to talking to the fire chief, communicating with them in regard to what kind of plan they would like to see in regard to storage, outside storage, in regard to what we talked about, possibly putting a pole building or a building up there that would service all three, the Boy Scouts, the sheriff possibly, and the fire department. So that's all preliminary right now. The Boy Scouts are gonna have some conversation with Chief Feldy. What else? We talked about at the Public Health and Safety, just preliminary about the train whistle. We had some information from the clerk and we just briefly discussed it, but I see it's gonna be on the staff, which is a good place for it, to find out what we can and cannot do. There has been some complaints regarding the amount of train whistles that are being tooted up there. It's pretty significant. As 34 to 35 trains a day are going through that area, and there's a significant amount of noise. And one of our board members, or one of our committee members was up there on the day, and she said, I don't know how those people live. The ground actually shakes. The trains are so huge. There's 120, 130 cars going through there. It's amazing. We haven't got more complaints, but that's all. We can talk about that at staff. And other than that, I really didn't have anything. Other than I did take a look at John's roads, and I concur with him that we do need to look at that at budget time seriously in regard to what needs to be upgraded in regard to the town roads. We're gonna have to bite the bullet on some of these things and go ahead and take care of them before it gets much worse. That's all I really have.
I'd like to make a pitch for the Lions Club if I could. This weekend's gonna be busy for food, everybody's gonna be eating themselves to death. We got a pig roast coming up at the Lions Club on Saturday, then of course the pancake breakfast, as I mentioned, on Sunday. I got an email from one of the members of your committee, you know who that is, regarding the train whistle and the house on, and I can never remember the name, that little loop road down on the bottom by us, Skyline. That house with all the trash out in front. I asked Vince about it, he said, yeah, it's in foreclosure, since we've taken over. It's just taking time, everybody knows what's going on. It's just gonna take time, so that's the best I can tell them, is there's no resolution in sight at this point. But, they're aware, it's gonna get done. Then maybe we have something for the fire department to burn. That's all I have.
Bill?
No, I have nothing.
Nothing? Item 10, we don't have more. Waukesha County Sheriff, DPW.
It's got a few things here. We've been trying to wrap up a lot of ditch work that we had scheduled for the summer, so we're kind of winding down on the ditching. I have center lining for Center Drive, or it's scheduled for next week. They just, like I said, they were so busy at the end of the season here with the bigger jobs. This is a fill-in job. And so they're, he promised me to be here next week sometime. In regards to those, baseball fields up at Heather Ridge and the infield mix, we were hoping to get a couple loads on a couple of those fields and, basically try and bring those back up, get some low spots in there and fill those back in. Talking to Mike about that third field over by Center Drive, the smaller field, he was talking about maybe letting that one go to grass, because it's just a peewee field, and then we wouldn't have to worry so much about the weeds and stuff about that, but, right now we got this big issue with this Oakdale culvert. I've got a few pictures I can show you here. Just get with them. I've been working with Kevin Yanni from the county as far as getting some funding from them. This is just looking into this, you can kind of see the whole length of this culvert is gone on the bottom. If you look real close in this picture here, you kind of actually see that it's actually undermining on the side of the culvert, and that's why we had a sinkhole up on the road. So we're looking into actually lining this culvert with a plastic liner. That seems to be the new thing now. You're saving a lot of money from digging up the whole road and replacing all the asphalt and stuff like that. And on just for the liner alone is about $10,000. And then they come in and they grout around it, and that's going to be probably another $4. So it's going to be, you know, still quite an extensive job, but if we dig it up, that would be a 1 or 2 day process if we lined it. Digging it up would be a 2-week process, plus you got the cost of the culvert and everything else, which is about $8,000 just for the pipe alone, without the gravel and everything else too, so basically, long story short, I'm working with Kevin Yanni. He's gonna go out there this week to take a look at it, make sure, see if it qualifies. The one problem, he said, if we do install it ourselves, he's not sure if the county would be willing to cover half of it. He doesn't know what their policy is on that. Typically, on these bigger jobs like this, they just cover half when people hire it out. So.
That's county road, right?
No, Oakdale is ours. It's on the south side, it'd be ours. It's right along the freeway. I tried to get them to claim it as a part of the freeway right away, but it actually starts in the freeway right away, and about halfway through the road, it ends in this other property on the west side. And talking from Paul Ambrose from the DOT, he said basically that's considered like just because it's our road, it's our culvert. You know, it's almost like a right of way, and having somebody put a driveway in, they're responsible for that culvert, for their driveway. So typically, it's on us. So, best case scenario, I might be able to get funding for half of the project. But I'm still, he's gonna meet with his boss, we're gonna have a meeting to find out if they would still be willing to do that, even though we're doing the work ourselves.
What caused that to rust out in that certain situation?
Just because it's 50 years old. it's
The rest of the culvert looks in pretty
Was there something acidic or something going through?
No, it's
water.
it's just water from along the freeway there, and I don't know if it's a salt water off the freeway.
Yeah.
It's a possibility, but you know that's a long lifespan for a metal pipe. You know, it's 49 years it was. So.
Do we know what it cost to have the county, the county contracted, if they were gonna do the whole job, right?
I haven't got a price for him yet. I got to call Hans. He's in charge of that, but they do a lot of these slip lining culverts that they've been
Now we
doing.
know to be done properly with the grouting and everything on the sides.
Yep.
And whatever warranty they give us would be
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said, I was, either
If we
way,
do it, there's no warranty, or,
if we do it,
yeah,
I don't know what the warranty will be on the pipe, but, I mean, once it's in
that'd be a
there.
good question, because, I mean, if we're giving up a 10-year, 15-year warranty on that job.
Yeah, I don't know if they have any warranty or
I'd say
not,
don't do it.
but it's, you know, for me, either way, I just thought doing it ourselves, we could save a lot of money, but, you know, if it's,
If the county doesn't come across with any money, John, what's the timeframe? Are we looking at having to do that this year?
No.
Can we get through the winter with it the way it is?
yeah, we patched a hole on the top, and I'm pretty confident we can get through. The plan is, I couldn't do anything until the first of the year anyhow to get money from them.
Right,
So this is all just, I'm gonna try and get this in the budget,
okay.
is what my
That's what I was
idea
wondering about.
is, to see what it's gonna cost us to do this.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just letting you know, that's where I'm at with it, and hopefully, best case scenario, we can get some funding from them.
Yeah, John, give us a couple scenarios, you know,
Yeah.
if you guys do it, if they do it,
Right.
if the county, you know, give that so at budget time, when you make your proposals for roads and that,
Yeah.
make it so we can take a look at it.
Yeah, no problem.
One other question, if I may, what experience does somebody have with that liner? Is that a new practice? Because I've never heard of it before.
The county's actually been using it for the last few years. Actually, it's getting to be well, used nationwide. There's like 3 or 4 different brands of this. Some of them snap together, some screw together. These ones that I've got a price on actually just push together. They got a big rubber seal. And as you put them in, you just keep pushing them together and slide it through.
Okay, so you can drive it, you don't have to crawl in there.
No,
can drive
you
right
do
through
push it in from the outside.
Okay.
But,
So
yeah,
it's been around for a while?
yes,
It's not
it-
brand new, it's
no,
not.
they've been
high
using
risk.
it and
Okay.
everybody's been liking it. The only downfall is, and I just talked to, or left a message with the guy today at Western Culvert, you're reducing the size, cause this is a 48-inch culvert. Now you're gonna go down to a 36, so you can slide that in.
Oh,
But being plastic, smooth plastic, there's a lot less hydraulic drag, they call it, on it from the water
Right.
flow. So you're getting just as much flow as a 48-inch ribbed culvert, you know, through a 36-inch plastic pipe.
what's the lifespan of some of that plastic liner like that?
That's, like I said, it's probably only been around for 10 years or so as far as, you know, but they're saying it lasts a lot longer than these culverts, is what I read. They're saying, I mean, it's thick
It is
plastic.
real thick?
Yeah, it's like PVC pipe almost.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
plastic also is susceptible to salt. So
Yeah.
Right. So,
It's
but
not giving you structural support then, is it just sitting on the bottom?
it's sitting on the bottom, and then what they do around the hole outside, the gap that will be around that pipe and the new one, they fill it with concrete. They ground it. They pump concrete in, and that's, I got,
That's what it costs.
Wow, so you're gonna have. to
$4,000 to do that.
Okay, all right, I was wondering what.
Well, I'm just wondering, because the bottom's of the culvert, we have to worry about it collapsing
Yeah.
down then?
No, not if we fill around it, it's gonna be a solid tube around this, around the plastic
Like
and
a
stuff.
concrete culvert then with a liner.
If it comes a day where you gotta pull that whole culvert out, with the cement and everything in it, can you still get that sucker out there? I mean-
Yeah, the cement's only gonna be this thick around the,
Oh, okay,
around the
it's not
pipe.
a footing of something.
No.
Okay.
But they've been using it a lot, and basically, it's great for, you won't have to close the road down, cause you're not digging the road up.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking, and this thing's so deep, it's down 8 feet deep to the top of the culvert.
Oh,
So that's another 4 feet below that, so you're down 12 feet from the road surface. So you'd have to pitch the whole road back in order to work on that safely.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking 100 feet of road you're digging up.
Oh, boy,
So,
collapsing, yeah.
you know, so the savings is,
Not overnight job.
no, it's
So it's a realistic way to approach it.
they do a lot of these on the freeways
Okay.
and stuff, so just because then they don't have to shut the roads down, so they,
See if you can find out what the warranty is on that program.
Okay.
Or life expectancy,
yeah. And then I'll talk to
you know, it's only
county and
half.
get a price from them, because they will sub it out and do it too, so.
Are they gonna be a vendor up at, the Towns Association meeting?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Who's that?
Who is it?
Yanni,
Can you give the-
Kevin Yanni, he's an engineer over there. But
Oh.
Hans, I have to talk
That's
to.
that's the county.
But I mean, the contractor that.
Well, it would be the county actually that would do it.
Yeah, it's the county.
I have, Muntech is one that they actually use to come and pump the concrete in. And I got a quote from him, he went and looked at it, and he's the one that gave me the $4,000 quote, so.
Okay.
But that's where I'm at with that, I guess I just wanna keep you guys.
Just out of curiosity, John, do we have a lot of these culverts this size in the town?
No, this is very few. I mean, we got a lot of smaller culverts that need to be, that look like this. But
Okay,
those we can do, you know, in
Okay.
a one day job.
but nothing this big.
No, it's just digging all this amount of, road up to do this, cause it's so deep, is, I think the liner would be
The way to
the
go.
way to go. And everybody's been ranting and raving,
Okay.
they're working great, so.
You say this one actually caused collapsing on the road above?
We had it started out with a hole right in the center line, about this big. If you look in that hole, it went down about 4 feet. It was all hollow. Because what happens is that water gets up underneath that culvert and it starts sucking
Yeah.
it down. It eats that stuff down and it just draws it right down from the center, top of the road.
You got
So,
So your patch is good enough to last through January? or
I'm
whatever?
hoping so, yeah. I mean, yeah, we filled it in pretty good. And as long as there's no water flowing heavy, it was because of all the heavy flow we had.
We had a lot of rain, yeah.
You know, so, but we have a lot of culverts that look like this,
Mm.
you know, so that's why I'm saying I think we really need to, be a little proactive on these culvert jobs, but, so that's where I'm at with that, but that's pretty much, I did get a quote from Century Fence for out here. I'm waiting for one more. Guy was here yesterday from a different place, so,
Brush pickup starts?
October 1st, brush pickup, yeah, so. If we can have it out the week before, that'd be great.
Okay.
That's pretty much all I got.
Madam Clerk?
Still getting a lot of phone calls from residents asking about peddler's permit. Once again, there are no peddler's permits issued, and please contact the sheriff's department in regards to anybody that comes to your door doing any type of solicitation. Also wanted the public to know that we will put on the Town of Vernon website that there's a public hearing in the village of Mugwanago on Tuesday, September 12, 2017 at 6:30 in regards to the mini warehousing storage units that are going to go right next to the Midway Market, which we've had right next to Midway Market, just west. So these are all the ones that our Plan Commission turned down, but we have a lot of people asking about this, so we will put the information up on the Town of Vernon website, but just wanted the public to know that there is a public hearing, and all comments are heard at that. That's all I have.
What is that public hearing again?
Tuesday, September 12th at 6:30.
At the,
Village Hall, the Village of Mugwanago.
There's a sheet on it in your,
Yeah, I thought so.
maybe some town board members or plan commission members would like to go there and tell them that, we said that that was not a good spot to do that because it should be more retail or whatever. Storage. Yeah. All right, finance. Accounts payable, September 7th. Karen and I went through quite a few of these this afternoon because there were questions on quite a bit of it. She answered most of it. Starting off with Aramac, it was very confusing. So we went through and tied all that together. Then I went to Bedland Fire Equipment.
Yeah.
That total came out $5 over what was approved. So I forget, was it 30,000 something and came out $5 over. And that's not too bad. No, sorry? That's not too bad. No, that's a pretty good estimate. It was a not to exceed, but I think we'll forgive him for $5. Fourth LLC, what happened was that should have come out in color and it came out blacked out on the bottom, so you can't read those figures on the bottom. So you can't see what was credited versus what was charged. And there's a substantial credit amount due on that, which balances this thing out a little better than it looked like. So I was happy with that answer. Hopefully next time that'll come out in color instead of black and white so we can read the whole thing. Going to page 4, the visor, Becky, she sent a letter in asking for a $65 refund. I saw that we gave her 80 and questioned why. It should have been, her letter was wrong. She had paid $80, so we put her for the full amount. Mentioned McGonigal, my suggestion is we take a real serious look at putting that car on blocks. This is like the third month in a row we've got a fairly substantial bill from Lynch for that vehicle.
That's the,
It's 25 years old.
That's that truck.
It's the same vehicle. It's 25 years old.
Yep. And it keeps dumping a
It's
lot of
very
money in it.
confusing because it shows 10,000 some miles on it. I'm assuming that's 110,000 miles for 25 years.
which one is the 350 dump truck?
No,
It's ours.
It's the
No,
fire
it's the
department.
fire department.
it's a fire truck.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
yours
a
is it?
pickup truck
That's
that
the
they
pickup
pull
truck.
around the pump with.
It's got 115.
Yeah, 115. I gotta believe that's what it is. But you know, it's something every time, and on this invoice, they warned us that the fuel pump is next. It's starting to rot out, so you're gonna be replacing fuel lines again, you'll be replacing the pump probably. It just continues to fall apart.
I think
When a vehicle reaches this point, it's just money on money.
he's gonna have a request in for, under his capital improvement for next year for that truck.
My question was, I don't know how important it is to every fire. Is that something that has to keep going out, that we have to keep putting these payments on, or can we just put it in the station two and let it sit there until it's ready to be taken care of?
Sell it.
Is it a required vehicle for
Well,
every fire?
it pulls, when they have a big fire, it pulls that pump that's on the trailer.
For the pool, or?
No, for when they wanna pump like.
Oh, for the pond?
Yeah,
but,
stuff like that.
don't forget the new truck we got, the 2,500 gallons.
Yeah, we're adding water.
We've got 1,500 on the other new one, so.
Yeah, this thing doesn't
Plus,
get pulled out
we
often.
don't, how often do they use that?
Not very often.
It seems like they're using it to run the winch more than they are anything else. Yeah. I'd really like to have
Found a
Alex,
hold on it, yeah.
have Alex put that in number 2 and just leave it there until we're ready to make sure the budget for
Number 2 is right.
wanna give him a call. I mean, it's beating us to death bill wise on this.
Oh, every
It's
month, that's a
ridiculous.
bill,
Yeah,
that dizzy thing.
yeah.
It sits outside, there's no room.
Well, we'll
for
be
it
able to
inside.
take a look at that when we got him, he's in front of us with his budget.
Yep.
Okay. Let's remember to bring that up.
Keep
'cause
that
I'll probably
in
forget
the
it.
back of your mind, fellas.
Well, he's gonna be presenting for.
For his, oh, that's right. That's coming up.
That's on
Next Wednesday or
yeah.
Wednesday?
Capital improvement. Yep.
I had a question on that patrolman, Michael. He was out of sequence with the first one, back on page 1 or 2. Found it later, after going through 5 pages.
Well, they're done alphabetically, so the one was a letter from him saying there's 2 coaches, but we can't, you know, when you're paying the bills, they go in alpha order, so
You
there's,
know, when you're searching through these papers, though, it would have been nice to just cross out number 2, Xerox, and put number.
or just not have a note at all.
Yeah.
I wasn't here,
Because it
so,
was really confusing. I chased all the way through this and went back to my pile of what didn't I find? And that's where it was again. I even sent Mike an email on this one saying, I don't think he was paid.
yeah, he called me and I said, no, you're
And
wrong.
I'm sorry, it took me 2 days. I had to quit this last night and then go through it again today, and that's what it sounded. And, I think that's all I had on this one. No, one more. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The AT&T, is it the right bill? What is this? Vendor name?
We Energies,
We Energy.
We Energies. Got real confusing, but, we walked through all of it with Karen, and she's paying what to do, not what they're billing us for. They're billing us for wrong amounts apparently.
right, and I'm not
Things we paid in the
gonna,
past,
I'm not
we should be
authorizing
careful
that.
going through it.
I mean, if they are charging us for something that we've already paid or a credit due, and what happened was the deputy that did this didn't put I crossed him out and said this was paid, so your next packet will be better when I'm here.
Do the streetlights really cost us that much, Karen?
Yep.
We should really look at that, you know, in regard to, how many of these streetlights do we really need to keep out there?
Well, we promised to do it for Evans City, and I objected to that when that
Yeah.
came through, but I wasn't on the board.
This is $332, is that 1 month for streetlights?
For all the streetlights.
Did we turn the one off by the pond, didn't we?
That's
Yes,
not ours.
That's off.
How many others we have?
We must have a hell of a lot, oh, excuse me, we must have a lot of them.
Well, we can put it on staff,
Yeah, can you?
streetlights, yep.
You have any on you, John?
There's a bunch of them.
I had a list and I can't remember how many was on there.
I have a list of them.
Can you provide that staff so we can look at that?
Yeah, we had
Yeah,
that
that's a
last
lot.
year, I think we dug that list up.
We're a rural community.
Yeah.
I just don't know
Me
the
too.
ones.
But you get some intersections like, you know, Oakdale and stuff, and there's some at the firehouses and stuff like that too, they're probably paying for,
Yeah.
you know. I know that, in fact, I think that one at Station 2 might be burnt out even, but somebody mentioned that a little while ago.
Well, that's a cost saving, so.
But I mean, you
So
might,
meter charge.
you can maybe look at,
Yeah.
upgrade to LEDs or something like that too. That might be a lot cheaper.
That's true.
And you might get a kickback or something by changing over.
Yeah.
I sent an email on that last month.
You
On
did?
changing all the streetlights to LEDs. That's the new thing.
That rings a bell. but
I'll resend it.
Okay.
Okay, any other discussion on finance?
I just had one, I don't know.
You have one you
I was
wanna
looking
miss?
for my notes while you were talking.
Okay.
HealthWorks, what's HealthWorks and medical?
US HealthWorks,
John,
that's,
drugs?
that's a drug testing, company. They'll call in for a random drug test, they'll send their guys in or
Oh,
call in.
gotcha, okay,
Or screening,
Yeah.
also.
okay.
It said drugs.
Yeah, it's a random drug test, drug and
Oh,
alcohol.
it's a drug test.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't give drugs.
They don't hand them out.
No drugs?
Oh,
Poor guy.
thought that was a perk.
Okay, so is there a motion?
Other ones?
Oh,
Make a motion to approve the accounts payable in the amount of $449,528.61. And you put the understanding, not the large percentage that is for paving. The paving bill, that's why it's such a large amount. If anybody has any questions.
Is there a second?
Thank John.
Not working.
Second?
Jeff did.
Jeff
Oh.
Austin. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, manual checks. Just that one.
I'll make a motion to approve the manual check in the amount of $54,033.47.
Second it.
I'll second.
Too slow.
Pardon?
Tom
Oh,
did.
Tom did? I'm sorry, Tom, I didn't hear you.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 11, approval of the board minutes. There you go, Madam Clerk.
The highlighted, thank you, the highlighted page in front of you is the changes that Supervisor Ed Moline had requested.
Always causing trouble.
Okay, any questions or corrections?
Just a couple real minor typos here. Page 3 of 5.
Pardon? Which one?
3 of 5, page 3, paragraph Q. Repeal town of Vernon resolution. I think it should just be the town board discussed the request. Take out the 2.
Oh, yeah, discussed.
And then page 4 of 5, next page, paragraph B, it says,
You have the revised copy?
oh,
Go ahead and read
I
it.
don't know.
See if the
Let me
copies
see
are
paragraph B, where is that?
She spelled supervisor wrong on that one, and then I had to change the wording.
Personnel is still, incorrect.
Okay, so that one was,
Is that okay?
yeah, that looks like it's all right there. So that's all I had then.
Wait, I'll slip it away.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
If
Is there a
there's nothing
motion?
else, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes, July 20th,
As corrected?
as corrected.
I'll second.
Bill? Okay. Any more discussion or corrections? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. August 17th.
Karen, I didn't get a corrected copy of what we talked about on this one.
You didn't make any corrections.
We talked about it, the motion. Supervisor Ed Moline moved to concur.
Which, I don't know where you're at.
First page,
Paragraph 7?
motion after 7.
The word to,
Yeah, Ed Moline moved to
got it?
concur. And then, yeah, there's. On the back page, yeah, we definitely went through this one, the dates. On page 4 of 4, item 12, next meeting dates,
Just the 13th and 16th,
right,
the date.
yeah, it should be September 13th, right?
Yep.
Is the 16th correct?
No, it says should be the 13th.
Okay.
Back on, page 1, 7A. The second line, it says from the A5 agricultural 5-acre density to B3 business, and then it starts the next sentence with 4. I think it should be B3 business concerning the property owned by ENR Investment. For
Well,
Alan.
it could be 4 if you make it a small f, take away the
Yeah.
period and put a small f. It
Without
just shouldn't
the
have been
period.
period capitalized.
Without the period there,
Drop the period and make it small f, huh?
yeah.
So is that what you want instead of concerning?
I'm sorry?
What do you want, concerning, or you said concerning, then you
I
said?
just said put concerning in there, take the period out after B3 business.
Okay.
And just say concerning the property. And on page, 3 or 4. Supervisor Bill Craig down near the middle of the page. He reported that he and Sherman Bird, and the second line, McWanago to discuss the, I think it should be possible border agreements.
No, you said annexation, you kept
Yes,
repeating.
it did say annexation.
Listen to the tape, you kept saying annexation, annexation, annexation. That's what you said, Bill.
Okay. Then the next is, he stated as a 4-phase annexation and our road specifications will prevail over their road. We didn't really determine that.
That's what you said, you want me to?
That's-
Yeah.
We wanted a copy of their specs, and we want ours to prevail.
And
I
he told
mean-
me it was okay, that they were agreed to, because I asked that question.
Well, they did for the longer distance out for the last 2 annexation periods. Was that 15 and 20 years, or 20 and 30?
Oh, I didn't catch it.
It was for the farthest out.
Four segments of
Yeah.
that?
So it was for the latest 2.
Well, this is going to staff, Bill.
Take it to staff?
Should I just put and discuss road specifications, because nothing's determined, you haven't gone to public hearing?
Yeah.
Just leave it broad.
Yeah. That's all I have.
Okay. Any other corrections or questions? Was there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the August 17th, 2017 minutes with the changes identified.
Okay, I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 12, next meeting date, September 21st, 2017. We have a budget meeting September 3rd,
13th
or 13th,
and 18th.
and the 18th at 1 p.m. at the town hall here. And the staff meeting on September 14th at 1 p.m. All right. Public comments. Are there any public comments? Any public comments? Record show no public comments. Motion to go into closed session. Consideration of possible action, motion to convene into executive session under Wisconsin statute 19.85, Pren 1, Pren 8, deliberating, negotiating, or purchasing of public properties, investing public funds, or conducting other specified public business. More specifically, board agreement with the village of Waukesha, and possible action, a motion to convene into executive session 19.85, Pren 1, Pren C, consider employment, promotion, compensation, evaluate of a public employee which a government body has jurisdiction, responsibility specifically, payroll issues related to the Vernon Fire Department for 2015. Include closed session are all town board members. Town clerk motion needs a roll call vote. Madam Clerk. I'll make a motion to go into closed session.
Support?
Chairman Thomas Byrd,
Yes.
Supervisor Jeff Millies.
Yes.
Supervisor Gary Wilde.
Yes.
Supervisor Ed Moline.
Yes.
Supervisor Bill Craig. Mr. Chairman, I'll note for the record that the roll call vote was unanimous consent to go into closed session.
All right, thank you very much. We're in closed session. 7:01. Take a break, gentlemen?
Yeah, thank you.
This
My kidney thanks you.
is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Just a little long.
Yeah.